WWE's plans for Sami Zayn at WrestleMania 39, WWE Elimination Chamber 2023, biggest questions from the show. Triple H on Montez Ford's performance at WWE Elimination Chamber. Triple H is disappointed with returning WWE superstars. Cody Rhodes destined to become one of the greatest. Bray Wyatt questions the legitimacy of Roman Reigns' title reign. Legendary WWE manager wants to manage Sami Zayn. Let's jump right into it. WWE Elimination Chamber 2023, biggest questions from the show. WWE Elimination Chamber 2023 was an exciting show that lived up to expectations and set the stage for WrestleMania 39's biggest matches. Asuka booked her ticket to a Raw Women's Championship match against Bianca Belair when she outlasted 5 other women in the chamber. Austin Theory also retained the United States title in the Men's Elimination Chamber match following some interference from Logan Paul. The Grit couple, Edge and Beth Phoenix, prevailed over the Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. Brock Lesnar vs. Bobby Lashley ended in disqualification for the Beast Incarnate. In one of the most emotional main events in recent memory, Roman Reigns retained the undisputed WWE Universal Championship over Sami Zayn. Many questions were answered, but some were raised too. On that note, let's look at 4 of the biggest questions from WWE Elimination Chamber 2023. Number 4. Following the controversial finish at WWE Elimination Chamber 2023, what's next for Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar? Bobby Lashley vs. Brock Lesnar 3 was one of the most highly anticipated matches of WWE Elimination Chamber 2023. However, the encounter came to an underwhelming conclusion when Lesnar low-blowed Lashley. The Beast Incarnate destroyed the Almighty and the referee in the aftermath. Considering the controversial finish and post-match assault, there wasn't a definitive conclusion to the Lesnar-Lashley saga. The end may have served to fuel a no disqualification bout between the two behemoths shortly. However, an eerie Bray Wyatt adds another twist to this tale. The Eater of Worlds claimed on SmackDown that he'd be waiting for the winner of the Lashley vs. Lesnar contest. While there technically wasn't a definitive winner, Lashley won via disqualification. As such, Wyatt could set his sights on the former WWE champion. However, is Lashley done with Lesnar and vice versa? Furthermore, who will the Beast face at the show of shows if he isn't facing the Almighty at Mania? Where and how will Bray Wyatt figure into the ongoing Lesnar-Lashley saga? Number 3. Is Logan Paul a heel now? If it weren't for Logan Paul's last-minute interference, Seth Rollins might have walked out of Montreal with the U.S. Championship. Paul took advantage of an open door when the officials were helping an injured Montez Ford return backstage. The Maverick paced into the ring, struck Rollins with a buckshot lariat, and added insult to injury with a stomp. Theory retained the U.S. Championship while Paul watched the Visionary fail. For weeks, Rollins launched a verbal tirade on Paul, believing him to be unworthy of becoming a professional wrestler. However, the YouTube megastar may have crossed all borders, forcing the Visionary to take him down. Considering his cowardly actions and the crowd's boisterous response at WWE Elimination Chamber 2023, Paul felt like a heel. As for Rollins, he remains one of the most popular superstars. Does the company intend to portray the Maverick as a villain, or will Triple H blur the heel-face dynamics in this heated rivalry? Number 2. Will the Street Profits split ahead of WrestleMania? At WWE Elimination Chamber 2023, Montez Ford had a career-defining performance. Ford left it all on the line fighting for the prestigious U.S. title. From diving from the chamber's roof to pinning Bronson Reed and Damian Priest, he put on a fantastic show for those in attendance. The crowd was visibly frustrated when Tez was unfortunately eliminated after a skull-shattering curb stomp. The former Raw Tag Team Champion may soon break out as a singles superstar, but that should also herald the end of the Street Profits. How will Angelo Dawkins respond to his tag team partner's actions? Will he be proud or envious of Tez's growing popularity? It may be too soon to split the Street Profits ahead of WrestleMania, but WWE has every reason to do so. Montez Ford's fame and ability as a singles star are atop the list. Number 1. Why did Kevin Owens interfere after the main event? The main event of WWE Elimination Chamber 2023 was an emotional storytelling masterpiece. Sami Zayn put on a resilient performance, but Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso, and Paul Heyman were too much for him. However, as the Bloodline looked to finish Zayn once and for all after the match, Kevin Owens returned and wiped everyone in his path. KO delivered stunners on Reigns, Uso, and Heyman. It seemed as if Zayn and Owens were going to reunite, but the returning superstar left the ring after Zayn Helluva kicked the Tribal Chief. Considering the odds were stacked against the hometown hero, why didn't Owens interfere during the match when the Bloodline was running its master plan? Furthermore, where does KO's friendship with Zayn stand following the latter's association with the Bloodline in the past? It is possible that the former Universal Champion is still upset with his friend and thus didn't help him win the World Championship at WWE Elimination Chamber 2023. What did you make of Elimination Chamber 2023? Let us know in the comments section below. Triple H on Montez Ford's performance at WWE Elimination Chamber. In the aftermath of the WWE Elimination Chamber, Triple H praised Montez Ford for his insane performance in the men's chamber match. Despite being a tag team specialist, he once again stole the show as a singles star. The former tag team champion was unsuccessful in his attempt to win the WWE United States Championship, which was eventually retained by Austin Theory. Taking to Twitter, Triple H had high praise for Ford, labeling him a star. The game accidentally forgot to mention the 32-year-old during his post-Elimination Chamber press conference. Missed mentioning at the press conference. But at Montez Ford, WWE is a star, wrote Triple H. WWE veteran Teddy Long recently spoke about the possibility of him managing the Street Profits. Speaking in an exclusive interview with Sportskeeda, the Hall of Famer mentioned that he would enjoy working alongside Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. He also put the duo over for their in-ring and mic skills and recalled meeting them. Long said, "Well, if I were to manage somebody, I think it would probably be a tag team. It would probably be the Street Profits. I like them, I watch them. You know they are good in the ring. Their mic skills are good. You know they are a couple of nice guys. I had a chance to meet them. So Street Profits are the guys I'd like to be with." The Street Profits are former one-time SmackDown and Raw Tag Team Champions. They have also previously held the NXT Tag Team Championships and have established their place as a top tag team in WWE. The duo of Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins haven't held gold in WWE for quite some time, but the two would like to capitalize on the momentum they currently have. Would you like to see the Street Profits win the Tag Team Championships? Sound off in the comments section. Triple H is disappointed with returning WWE superstars. According to a new report, WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H was disappointed with the return of several stars. Since taking over WWE's creative department last summer, Triple H has reintroduced many top stars. The list includes Bray Wyatt, Johnny Gargano, Mae Yim, Karrion Kross, Emma, Tegan Knox, Hit Row, Bronson Reed, and others. It was previously reported that the game was underwhelmed with the results of some of his signings. However, the 14-time world champion is not one of them. As per the latest report by Figful Select, Triple H felt it was critical to add more depth to the Raw and SmackDown brand. He brought back the majority of WWE superstars to assist WWE with depth issues. As per the report, there is no indication that he is dissatisfied with how things have gone. Following last night's Elimination Chamber, a different source mentioned Johnny Gargano and Bronson Reed's performances. It has been stated that WWE superstars can truly show their value when given the opportunity. Former Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn recently revealed what he talked about with the game before the 2023 Elimination Chamber. Zayn faced his former tribal chief, Roman Reigns, last night at Elimination Chamber in his hometown of Montreal. Despite his efforts, the former honorary youth was unable to capture the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Reigns retained the titles following interference from the Bloodline. The 38-year-old addressed the possibility of Canada hosting WrestleMania for the third time in history during the Elimination Chamber press conference. Funny enough, I did have this conversation with Triple H yesterday, which is not a conversation we would normally have, but we somehow got on the topic. I think it comes down to a lot of business stuff that's way above my pay grade, Zayn said. The former honorary youth shared a touching moment with the game before the press conference. The two hugged as the current chief content officer whispered something into Zayn's ear. What did you think of the 2023 Elimination Chamber? Sound off in the comments section below. Cody Rhodes destined to become one of the greatest. With his participation in the main event of WrestleMania 39 secured, Cody Rhodes is seemingly one step closer to achieving his WWE dreams. One legend who claims to have been aware of the American Nightmare's greatness for many years now is Kurt Angle. After leaving the company in 2016, Rhodes introduced a new wrestling persona to fans, becoming the American Nightmare. With bleached blonde hair and a new attitude, Rhodes had finally arrived. Now back in WWE and fresh from winning the 2023 Royal Rumble, he seems ready to capture gold at WrestleMania. Speaking on his podcast, The Kurt Angle Show, the Hall of Famer praised Rhodes' run since his return and his inevitable rise to the top of the WWE card. He is a huge star, Angle said. He's main eventing WrestleMania this year. Why? Because he's a big star. That kid was a star since the day he got in here. He's Dusty Rhodes' son. Okay, he's the American Dream's son. He was destined to become one of the greatest, and I'm not surprised by any means he's at the level he is right now. Since returning last year, Rhodes has made it his mission statement to capture the undisputed WWE Universal Championship in honor of his late father, Dusty Rhodes. Despite securing a championship match, the American Nightmare will have to defeat arguably the greatest champion in recent times, Roman Reigns. The tribal chief has now held gold for more than 900 days and looks unstoppable. Despite the enormous odds, Kurt Angle recently stated on his podcast that Cody Rhodes would defeat Roman Reigns on the grandest stage of them all. Without a doubt, I think those matches are going to be really, really good. good. You know, Cody Rhodes, I'm expecting him to win this thing. I think it's his time, and Rhea Ripley, I wouldn't doubt if she won it, too. She's been up and coming. She's been pretty strong lately. So, you never know, said Angle. In what is one of the biggest WrestleMania main events of all time, Cody Rhodes will challenge Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship on either April 1st or 2nd at the SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Who will walk out of WrestleMania as the undisputed champion? Share your predictions in the comments section below. Bray Wyatt questions the legitimacy of Roman Reigns' title reign. The Twitter handle of WWE on BT Sports celebrated Roman Reigns' record-breaking title run, which caught the attention of former Universal Champion Bray Wyatt. Since capturing the Universal Championship at Payback 2020, the head of the table has been unstoppable. Reigns' historic title run began when he defeated Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt in a triple threat match. Reigns signed the contract after the match had already begun and used his newfound energy to defeat both the Fiend and the Monster among men. He eventually delivered a spear to Strowman, making him the new Universal Champion. First, Wyatt noted that while Reigns has defeated numerous stars on his way to the top, his journey began with a contentious triple threat match at Payback 2020. Braun Strowman also questioned Roman Reigns' legitimacy to hold the gold title in support of the Eater of Worlds. Right, Strowman wrote, the Tribal Chief passed the 900-day mark as Universal Champion and has also held the WWE Championship for over 300 days. The head of the table at the 2023 Elimination Chamber brutalized Sami Zayn in his hometown of Montreal. Despite Sami receiving a massive pop, it was Reigns who walked out of the Bell Center as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. After several months of history, it appears that the former honorary use has finished his story with Roman Reigns. The Tribal Chief is set to face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39, and the two may soon begin their feud. The Weissman Paul Heyman already had a promo battle with the American Nightmare on Raw, making the upcoming match between them more personal. Do you think Reigns could walk out as the champion next to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39? Sound off in the comments section below. Legendary WWE manager wants to manage Sami Zayn. Former Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn had the match of his life at WWE Elimination Chamber. However, thanks to the hijinks of the Bloodline and multiple knocked-out referees, he came up short against undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns. WWE legend Teddy Long has now spoken about wanting to manage the superstar. At WWE Elimination Chamber, Zayn almost got the win over Roman Reigns in front of an extremely rabid Montreal crowd. However, the entire energy was sucked out of the arena, where after the usual shenanigans, the Tribal Chief still came away with the win. The fact remains, though, that Zayn had gotten so over that a large part of the WWE fanbase had begun to believe that he could overcome Roman Reigns. Teddy Long spoke about the talented Zayn in his interview with Riju Dasgupta on WrestleBinge by Sportskeeda. He mentioned that he knew that a lot of people would think he only wanted to manage Zayn because the star has made himself so popular. However, he denied it and said that he wanted to pass on the vast amount of knowledge he had about the wrestling business to Zayn. The industry legend also mentioned that the former honorary use already knew a lot and heaped praise on him. Because see, a lot of people will say, well, now you want to get with Sami Zayn because he's on top now and everybody's cheering him, so you want to ride Sami Zayn's back. But nah, that ain't it. The only reason I want to be with Sami Zayn is because I have a lot of knowledge and I want to pass on that knowledge to Sami Zayn. Something that's going to help him get over. He knows how to do that. He's certainly over. There ain't a lot I can do for Sami. I think he's doing it for himself, but Sami Zayn is my pick. After he was unable to get the win over Reigns at Elimination Chamber, a lot of fans have been asking what could be next for Zayn. While there is a lot of hope that he will be facing Reigns at WrestleMania again alongside Cody Rhodes in a triple threat match, there are also rumors that he will be teaming up with Kevin Owens to face the Usos at the event. At the end of the main event at Elimination Chamber, Kevin Owens appeared to a raucous ovation and helped his best friend overcome a beatdown at the hands of the Bloodline. Although the two friends did not interact, they could team up to face the Usos at WrestleMania 39. Fans will have to wait to see what finally ends up happening at WWE's grandest stage of them all. WWE's plans for Sami Zayn at WrestleMania 39. The wrestling world was collectively heartbroken when Sami Zayn went down to Roman Reigns and failed to become world champion before WrestleMania 39. He gave it his all and stunned the champion on multiple occasions, but it wasn't enough in the end. Zayn had everyone believing left and right, taking the fight to Reigns from the opening bell. He managed to withstand his opponent's best shots, even kicking out of a spear and a Uso splash. The dream was there for the taking, but a cruel twist of fate meant he was pinned and walked out of Montreal with nothing. With the defeat, the former honorary use is out of the title picture, with the Tribal Chief set to take on Cody Rhodes in the main event of WrestleMania Hollywood. However, he will still have a major part to play in the proceedings if the ending of Elimination Chamber was anything to go by. Kevin Owens emerged to make the save from Roman Reigns' post-match beatdown. With Jimmy Uso very much an enemy, WWE's plans for Sami Zayn at WrestleMania 39 will most likely involve him teaming with Owens to take the Usos down for good. While that is no main event, it will still be one of the biggest matches on the card. Sami Zayn may have failed to walk into WrestleMania 39 as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, but there's no denying he looked like a worthy champion throughout. Fans got to see him at the top of his game at Elimination Chamber, and we'd be lying if we said we had enough of him. Indeed, despite the loss, Zayn is red hot right now and wouldn't look out of place in the main event of WrestleMania. The chances of WWE pulling the trigger on that are slim, but one can never say never. The option of splitting the World Championship is always there, allowing for both Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn to happen. The master strategist's run over the past 12 months has been nothing short of spectacular. It deserves a world title as its ultimate conclusion. We will see if WWE explores this scenario in the coming weeks.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing